Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. So, playing this live stream, playing or not? Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. So I'm on the way to London. I have a talk in London, which is about social media. And obviously I'm doing a live stream on social media on the motorway, which is dangerous. So I just thought I'd test it out with you guys. Wa alaikum assalam, see how it works. Hopefully, inshallah, I should be able to do a live stream over there, inshallah. So, anyone here from London? Anyone on here from London? Anyone been to London? I'm not really too much of a London enthusiast. Can you guys hear me? Sound working? So, I don't like going on long journeys myself, and I don't like really driving to long journeys. I prefer someone else driving so that I can rest, especially if I've got a talk or something. Because when it comes to talks, you need to be prepared mentally, physically. Otherwise, I can't give a proper talk. So I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that yourselves. Today is a very hot day as well, so in the car I've got the AC on, otherwise I'll be getting too hot, sweaty. And if you guys have any sort of questions as well, you guys can ask your questions, hopefully. So it's a 2.5 hour journey from where I live. 2.5 hours. And basically that is about 130 miles. And the problem is once you get close to London, then it gets a bit more busy. Don't forget sunscreen. Yeah, I forgot it already. Actually, my shades on. So I've got my shades just in case. And I think it's illegal to live stream whilst you're on the motorway, or I think it's touches in it, yeah? To touch the phone. So I'm not touching the phone, that's the thing. Now this guy in front of me, driving so slow. The guy's like gripping onto his steering wheel with two hands. He just holds one hand. It's just one of those one hand ones. Okay, I'm just gonna pull up into the kitchen. I get some snacks for the way. Actually, I might stop off at a service station, get some snacks. So what are you guys up to today? Anyone doing anything interesting? Anyone doing any like barbecues or things like that? I'm gonna have to dim the screen so that police don't see me live streaming. trying to read your messages at the same time. Hopefully once I get onto the motorway, it should be a lot easier. Okay, so I'm on the motorway now. Alhamdulillah. Do you think delaying marriage and childbirth to a career is sinful? No, it's not sinful. It's not sinful. I mean, some people get married late. That's it. That's, you know, after, I think it was his 40s. In his 40s, he got married. So I mean, just think about that. Yeah, in his 40s, getting married. That's late days. And the reason he actually, they say that he got married late was because or to be compromised in some way. So yeah, that's that basically. Wa alaikum assalam, Ahmad Raza. How can you deal with constant evil? Just read your du'as, inshallah. As long as you read your du'as regularly, inshallah, Allah will protect you. Yeah, so in the morning, the evening, read your du'as. Read the 3 Qul huwa Allahu ahad, Qul a'udhu bi rabbil falaq, Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas, wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah. Morning and evening, inshallah, Allah will protect you. Okay, so I'm on the M6 now towards London. My journey, I should be reaching there about 6 o'clock. 129 miles to go. I'm driving in the slow lane. Why didn't Allah choose women as prophets? I don't know. Allah knows best. Why doesn't a woman be a husband? Why doesn't... it's just the way duties roles. The roles of... I mean, there are some scholars who say there were women prophets, but not women messengers. Yeah, so there's some that say there were women prophets, but not women messengers. So I mean, it's a roles, isn't it? It's just that there's certain things out there that men are designed to do, and certain things out there that women are designed to do. Alhamdulillah, you benefit from the series, yeah. Alhamdulillah, Jazakallah khair. Overcoming loneliness. I mean, you know what? It's all about company. Yeah, get good company, inshallah. Yeah, stay with good company. I think that's the most important thing to remember. Would getting married from someone different madhab. I don't know, can you guys hear me? Is the sound coming clear? Yeah. So I mean, I don't think there's any issue with marrying of a different madhab. There isn't really any issue. So, I mean, I don't know why people make it an issue. There shouldn't be no issue. So whichever madhab you marry, whether you marry someone who's a Hanafi or a Shafi'i As long as they're good parents, I think that's the main thing. Being good parents. So be good parents. Khalas. Driving and doing question A. Yeah, that's it, man. This is what happens, shahada. So when they do the janazah, they're gonna say, how did he die? They say by answering people's questions. So yeah, that's basically how I'm gonna go, answering all you guys' questions that you have. I mean, a good long life. Yeah, good healthy life. So if I do miss some of your questions, that's simply because your questions probably came up and I didn't see, and then it disappears on my screen. So when the questions come, they come for a few seconds and then they disappear. So if I got my eyes on the motorway, yeah, so I won't be able to look at your questions all the time. So I apologize if I miss your question. I'll only be able to answer the questions that I can see, because it's illegal to touch the mobile screen. So I don't want to touch the mobile screen. Yeah, and I don't know if it's illegal to speak to you guys. Yeah, it might be, might not be. I don't know how these people, they ride on motorbikes on the motorway. Yeah, 2 people, double sawari. Yeah, 48 miles. I stick to the 48 miles one. I mean, I don't really kind of see the need of any other. 48 miles one sufficient for me. I know some people, they take different opinions, 36 miles or. Okay, and the other thing is, if you write a long question here, I don't have the ability to be able to read the whole question within a few seconds. So you're gonna have to try and make your questions shorter. So sometimes I read about 2 lines of what you say, like with the camera, and I read about 2 lines of what you wrote, and then it just disappeared. So Ameen, Ya Allah, give Manfado, give him success in this dunya and the akhirah, and bless him and save him from having a car crash on the motorway. My driving instructor would have a heart attack. That's it, innit? Some people have heart attacks. Again, Aliyu, I can't really read all that message. I'm on the motorway at the moment. So, your message will have to be a bit more shorter. So unfortunately, I haven't got a degree in reading essays driving at 70 miles per hour on the motorway yet. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I might get that degree soon. Who knows? So the talk is basically on social media, the effects of social media. It's a talk I'm going to be delivering in a mosque. It's going to be a short talk, it's not going to be very long, maximum hour. But alhamdulillah, there's a very good friend of mine that lives there. He invited me once before as well too, but so that was to a different place, Bedford. And this time it's in London. So M6 London, Coventry, here I come. Ta'weezul Zaman. What's Ta'weelul Zaman? Ta'weelul Zaman. Ta'weelul Zaman. What's a Ta'weelul Zaman? YouTube is technically included, yeah. YouTube is technically included in social media. So technically, I'm going to have to mention this as well in my talk. I have to mention this as well, definitely. So I can't really read all your messages, it's a bit bright. So what shall I talk about today? Social media and the evil effects of social media. I think benefits as well. There's lots of benefits of social media, alhamdulillah. People utilize it for good things, but I think if you, I don't know if you guys were around in the 90s. But in the 90s, we never had social media, yeah? The only way that we used to connect with each other was basically good old playing outside, yeah? And we had computer games, but computer games were never linked to the internet. Internet was something that was very rare there. Right? It was unheard of. So, we hardly had internet. There was actually no internet. Internet came into my house, I think roughly maybe the end of the 90s, that's when, and it was a very slow system, so you can't imagine playing computer games online. So we used to play simple computer games, yeah. So they called it Taweelul Zaman. I don't know what Taweelul Zaman in Arabic simply means a long time span. Long era, like a short era, a long era. So yeah, the 90s, we used to play outside. We used to, when I was young, I used to do the things that psychos do when they're kids. You hear about psychos. Yeah, we used to actually get bees. We used to go to the garden and get bees. And we used to put them into a glass milk bowl. In the olden days, there used to be glass milk bowls that used to be delivered to your house. I don't know if you remember those days. So glass milk bowls basically, yeah, is we used to get one of those empty ones, and it used to have like one of those small little, the goldfish nets that you kind of scoop out anything that's fallen into the goldfish bowl. So we used to have one of those, and we used to go on the mission. And we used to scoop out, basically, bees. We used to catch them whilst they were trying to get their pollen from the flowers. And it was in my garden, and next door, our cousin used to live there, next door. So we used to go, and I used to have a friend across the road, and he used to join us as well. And we were about 9 or 10 years old, I think, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, this was like late 80s. Yeah, late 80s. And we used to catch them, put them inside of a bottle, and then they used to actually fight each other, and then they'd get covered with like some honey kind of glazing. Maybe that's something they excrete, and then that's it. It was end. We used to call it Royal Rumble. So Royal Rumble, if you guys know wrestling, if you guys used to watch wrestling, I don't know if Royal Rumble still happens. It was like Royal Rumble, like everyone just jumps in, and yeah, that's basically how that was. So anyway, so that's basically what used to happen. So according to psychologists, I probably got a psycho upbringing, So if one day you find out that I've gone crazy, then you guys kind of know now. Yeah, you understand. Oh, bhai, what are you doing? And there's some crazy car drivers trying to do some stupid. It's crazy drivers, on the motorway. He's probably doing a live stream as well. The way he's driving. So we're in an area where you have to drive 50 miles per hour. And how annoying is it to drive 50 miles per hour on a motorway? Now, if you have an automatic car, yeah? If you have an automatic car, alhamdulillah, saves you a lot of headache, your shins don't hurt, your foot continuously having to change gears. Alhamdulillah, you're safe from all that. Just one foot. Yeah, you sit back, just one foot. And you can put in cruise control as well. Yeah, and just go down the road. But if you got manual, I used to have manual before. Manual, just do tawbah, because manual is a headache. Yeah. So anyway, I haven't seen any of your questions because it's quite bright and the screen it keeps going a bit bright and a bit dark. Yeah. So in front of me. Okay. Can anyone guess what car is in front of me? What model car? Let's play that game. What car is in front of me? What car? What car do you guys think is in front of me? Okay, someone said BMW. Any other suggestions? Someone said Vauxhall. Any other suggestions? AST. What's AST? Astra. Peugeot. Someone said Peugeot 308. It's a bit specific. Okay, but anyway. Lambo. Okay, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Someone said Nissan Micra. Okay, any others? Maybe one of you got the right answer. Maybe one of you has not got the right answer. I will tell you in a bit. Someone says Tesla. Okay. Any other suggestion? Only one car, Toyota. I think every Pakistani knows Toyota. Honda and Toyota. Okay, VW, someone said VW Polo. Maybe someone's got the answer. Maybe they haven't got the answer yet. Only Allah knows. Yeah, and obviously after Allah, I know that. If they have. So you guys now, this is a different type of live stream. This is a game show live stream. Yeah, this is game. Someone said Audi. Oh, someone said Audi. Oh. See, I've got to stay in this lane now, so this car stays in front of me. If I move lanes, the car will no longer be in front of me. Yeah, someone says Toyota TBH. Is that, to be honest, or is that a type of Toyota? Toyota TBH. And I can't even put my shades on because I won't be able to read what you guys are writing. So, well, I'll tell you this. Mercedes, yeah, Mercedes. You got it? It's a Mercedes. Congratulations. You have won this competition where the prize is, you get a thumbs up. Okay, let me ask you guys a question here. This is like one of those, this kind of kids kind of games that you play on the motorway and stuff like that. Would you rather questions. Do you guys know about would you rather? Would you rather questions? Yeah? Would you rather? Would you rather fall off? No, actually forget that one. Would you rather be stuck in an elevator, or would you rather be stuck on the top of a roller coaster in the turn whilst it's turning, stuck there. So which one would you rather? Would you rather be stuck in an elevator, like a lift, right? So you're stuck there, or would you rather be stuck on a roller coaster on a cold day, yeah, a rainy day, yeah, and why? So someone says, yeah, elevator. Okay, but why though? Why elevator? See, I look outside, it's so bright, and then I look at the screen, and then that, you know, where you get that kind of disorientation, kind of funny colors that come in your eyes. Well, that just happens with me. Ya Allah. I'm thinking, should I get myself a coffee or something? Okay, so are you guys writing? You guys have written something here, and I can just see something, some messages coming up and then disappearing. Let's see if I can see better with this. No, I can't see better with this. Okay, I couldn't see your guys' messages there, guys. So I think would you rather quiz isn't really going to be very beneficial. Yeah, it's not going to be very beneficial. Some riddles, yeah? You want me to do some riddles? Okay. I don't know, I'm not good at riddles. I'm not good at stories, I'm not good at riddles. That's the thing, jokes. I forget jokes. Recite poetry. I'm not good at reciting poetry as well. So on this nice hot day, I'm stuck in a car on the way to the motorway, on the way to London on the motorway. What are you guys up to? Saw some smiley faces came up, or some laughing faces came up on the messages on the screen, but I don't know exactly what was said. I think I might have to increase the brightness a bit. still going on the motorway at 50 miles per hour. All these roadworks. I don't know how long this roadwork's going to last for. I think since I've been driving on the motorway, there's always been works going on. Now it's a good thing. I know it's a good thing long term. It's beneficial, but it gets a bit annoying after a while when you have to stay constant at one speed. You can't go faster, and then they have speed cameras that catch your average speed. So I've got 109 miles left. 109 miles left. Some of you guys are probably chilling out in your back gardens. Some of you guys are probably relaxing on the beach. Some of you guys are probably, I don't know, doing some strawberry picking or something. I think a lot of people are on holiday, aren't they? With the long weekend, bank holiday weekend. When I used to take driving lessons, I used to be proper. My hands basically. I have a condition called hyperhidrosis, which means that I have a lot of sweaty palms. Yeah, and it gets very bad in the summer. I mean now, alhamdulillah, I control it. I've got this thing I do, which involves electricity, electrocuting my hands. So if I do that on a daily basis, then alhamdulillah it gets controlled. But my driving instructor, basically, he used to tell me, every time you come, every time I used to drive because of, yeah, with wipes and all that. So that was my condition when I used to do driving. I actually failed the first time I took my test and failed. Yeah, I failed. And that was when I was about 18 years old. Yeah, 17, 18 years old. First time. And then after that I went to Pakistan, I went to study. And so when I came back, I was about 27, 28 years old. Then I started my driving lessons again. And then I took my test. And I passed, alhamdulillah. Yeah, no problem. So yeah, I mean, I think the biggest problem in people learning how to drive is confidence. If you have confidence in driving, even if you make mistakes, it's fine. Because people still make mistakes, even if they've qualified, they've got experience, they still make mistakes. But they got confidence, that's the thing. So, for example, like if you're you know, at the roundabout or something, and you know, you get scared, you hesitate, and your car stalls, and then you kind of, I remember it happened to me once. I was at the lights, and it was like there's quite a lot of cars behind me, and I was right at the front of the queue, and the lights turned green, and as soon as I put my foot down on the gas, the car stalled. When the car stalled, I tried to do it again, it stalled again, and then it just, I just started to panic. You know, started to, you know, my legs started to shake. So then the instructor realized, goes, okay, don't worry. So he's got pedals on his side. So he just told me, you just don't press those, I'll quickly. Yeah, so you got to overcome your fears, I think. So when you're driving, the first time I took about 13 lessons. Yeah, when I was about 17 years old. 12 or 13 lessons I took. The second time I took about, I think, maybe up to 25 lessons. I think about 25 lessons. What's my favorite surah? My favorite surah, I don't know, I mean, I like all of them. But it's like in different moods, different surahs, I'll put on a different surah. So for example, sometimes I enjoy listening to Surah Isra, Bani Israel. It's got some nice sort of like themes in there, words in there, the rhythm. Sometimes I like listening to Surah An'am as well. Surah An'am, it's very like powerful surah, very long, but it's got some very deep topics in there. Surah, obviously Surah Ankabut, because at the moment I've been reading on Surah Ankabut. That's like the surah that I've been on. Besides that, I mean the Surah Ikhlas, Qul Huwa Allahu Ahad, Surah Ikhlas. Yeah. So Surah Ikhlas is a good surah as well, definitely. So again, it all depends upon my mood. It depends upon how long I want to listen to it. Right. So I prefer that. Yeah, very good one, Sister Angela. MashaAllah. Alam Nashrah, yeah. Alam Nashrah, yeah. I think it all depends on people's moods. This concept of what's your favorite, I don't think that's something that you get everywhere. All right, mashallah, motorway is back on now. You can go national speed. All right, I'm gonna go national speed. So yeah, I don't think there's this favorites. What's your favorites? I think what's your favorite, it doesn't apply to everything. I don't like what's your favorite. I don't have a favorite anything. I have favorites, like a whole list of favorites. Yeah, I don't have like a one favorite. I've got like a list of favorites. So, but I don't know. I mean, some people might have favorites. Some people maybe have a favorite surah they like listen to a lot. That's their own, I think, personal preference. So work on the Quran lesson, how's through the way? Allah, mashallah, excellent, very good. Yeah. I mean, I prefer listening to Quran than actually listening to a talk. But obviously because I understand Arabic as well. So that's a bit of a, easy, so like a head start for me, advantage I've got. But the other thing is when you listen to the Quran, it's more personal. Everyone can benefit from it. When you attend a talk, maybe that talk is geared to a certain person, to a certain audience, certain age, certain person who's going through certain things in life. Going at 76 miles per hour there. Can't break this. I can't break the law. I gotta stick with. I can't break too many laws. On one day. So now it's saying I'm gonna reach at 6 o'clock, and I've got 102 miles to go. So yeah, I mean, Surah Fatiha, as you guys know, I've done like a lot on Surah Fatiha. And I actually delivered a whole day course just on Surah Fatiha. And what I done was basically I collected stuff about the entire ayat and things about the entire Quran in Surah Fatiha. Yeah, so like Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Hamd in the Quran, how it's used, the concept of Hamd. Lillahi Rabbil Alameen. Rabb, for example, the whole concept of Rabb in the Quran, how it manifests in different ways and different times and different forms. Alameen, what's Alameen in the Quran? Ar-Rahman, manifestations of Allah's mercy, Allah's names and attributes in the Quran. I mentioned those, the different types of names. Maliki Yawmiddin, so Malik, the concept of owning the day, owner of the day of judgment, this idea of owning possession and the day of judgment, the day of recompense and reward. Yeah, you like Surah Ra'd, yeah? Surah Ra'd, mashallah. Surah Ra'd is good as well. Ayatul Kursi. Yeah, Ayatul Kursi, yeah, definitely. Ayatul Kursi is very. And I mean, if you guys understand the meaning of a surah, then it gives it it gives you a much more pleasurable experience. So yeah, I did the Surah Fatiha one. So yeah, I mean, I've stopped doing work on that, but yeah, that can go on for a long time. Yeah, Surah Fatiha throughout the Quran, because Surah Fatiha is the essence of the Quran. It's known as al Quran. Yeah, that the core of the Quran, al Quran, the mother of the Quran, the core of the Quran. So I'm gonna look for a service station, pull up, just have a bit of a rest. What do you guys think? Do you guys, because if I get there, I think if I get there 2 hours, if I get there straight, I'm just going to be tired, exhausted. I need to get my thoughts together. I need to plan exactly how I'm going to deliver the talk, and it's kind of like sometimes it takes a lot to deliver a talk, especially if you want to deliver the talk properly. So yeah, that was what I think about favorite surahs and all that. Alhamdulillah. So, and also the Hajjis are coming back as well. MashaAllah. May Allah accept the Hajjis. Our next service station is 10 miles away. So after I where am I going to travel next? I don't really know. I mean, I haven't really planned anything. I don't really like traveling. I like being there, but I don't like traveling, if you know what that means. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. MashaAllah, Sister Sanam. I haven't seen you for a very long time. Yeah, very long time. I hope you're well. Hope you're good. I don't really kind of like traveling. That's the thing, because I think it's the traveling, as in going somewhere, and then your routine getting messed up, all that. I think that's what really sort of kind of stresses me. I like being there. So if I went to Palestine, the going to Palestine, it was like that one day, 24 hours or so, was just so irritating. But alhamdulillah, I got a lot done. I actually drew on the flight. I drew a picture for someone, and on the entire flight, alhamdulillah, I was able to draw the entire picture. So I managed to utilize my time. Usually, I mean, on the plane flights, I go to sleep. I get one of those, those neck cushion, those pillows, the one that you can put on your neck, travel pillows, and I just have one of those. And as soon as I lie down, after a while, I just go to sleep. So, but that, on the way back, I was drawing, and these little kids that were with us, they kept coming to my seat and watching me draw. So there was a brother and sister, and they said to me, can we draw as well? And I go, okay. So then they start drawing some silly things, not even drawing anything nice, like a random sort of like a stick man with disproportionate arms and legs, and this kind of like funny sun that is like falling from the sky or something, and some crazy disheveled hair on the stick men, and like something that was supposed to be a tree, then it kind of like halfway through turned into a cat or something. You can't tell what it is. You gotta ask them what is this. So basically, that's what happened. So I can't read long messages. I just seen a long message. I can't read those because, as I mentioned earlier, what happens is the message appears, stays there for a few seconds, and then it disappears. I wish there was a ability to be able to see hold the message there. Unfortunately, I can't read the entire thing. So yeah, basically. Okay, someone said something about Turkey, staying there for 3 months. That's all I saw. Qalb Salim. Salim means something which is intact. Yeah, it's like saved, it's safeguarded from evil, from bad. Yeah, and it kind of refers to a person who comes without any sort of tainted intentions or anything, pure intentions, does good, like a good-hearted person. Yeah, a pure-hearted person. So Qalb Salim, that's what it refers to. And like a hypocrite wouldn't have a Qalb Salim, and obviously a kafir wouldn't have a Qalb Salim. Yeah, because their heart is afflicted with kufr, or filled with kufr. So yeah, I mean, Allahu Akbar wa lillahi alhamd. Same meaning as cool eyes. Cool eyes. Cool eyes as in, I don't understand cool eyes. Like someone's got nice eyes. Ya Allah. Alhamdulillah. Subhanallah. Allahu Akbar. Walillahi alhamd. Ya Allah. Alhamdulillah for the ni'mat of the sun, for the bounties. How did I learn how to draw? So basically, I used to be a world famous artist, and then I chopped off my ear, and then I died, and then my paintings were sold for crazy prices, and people began to steal them as well. Oh, sorry, that's actually someone else. So me, from a young age, I loved art. I actually wanted to get into something to do with art before. I wanted to get into like architecture or design and art and stuff like that. But my dad said to me, "No way, mate. There is no career in these things." He said to me, have you ever seen someone who does art and design, you know, have a good job and a good house and car? And I said, yeah, it's true. I've never seen one. Now thinking about it, these guys make so much. Just one small design, one small art piece design that these guys, logos they make and these kind of things, graphic designers. These guys can make, you know, loads. And I'm thinking to myself, I shouldn't have listened to my dad's advice. I should have gone into it. But one of my friends, he actually went into it, but he dropped out university because in university you had to draw naked bodies. So they bring like a naked person in the lecture theatre, and you had to kind of like draw them. So he said, you know, he doesn't want to do that because you know, it goes against the values of his religion, etc. Fair, I mean, makes sense. But at that time I wasn't really practicing that much, but he was. So I think I probably wouldn't have pursued it in that case. But I'm sure there's other kind of ways of you know, getting the qualification. What's the ruling of driving on 70 miles per hour on the motorway? What's the ruling of driving 70 miles per hour and answering your students' questions? Bhai, this is the true fatwa we need to look for. So okay, a service station has come here. I will have a little break from the motorway, and I'll try to answer some of your, so I can have a little rest as well. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Motorways here. I think I might just get myself something as well. Okay. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. All right. Let's just find some place here. Okay, alhamdulillah. So I've managed to basically park up, and I will see what you guys have to say. See all the messages and things that I've missed. Okay, I had to put it on charge as well. Luckily. Alright, let's see what you guys were on about. Drive safe, alhamdulillah, jazakallah khair, thank you very much. Okay, let's see. How did you learn how to draw? Okay, you answered that one. Okay, Salim, I'm now in Turkey. I live in Amsterdam, but now I am 3 months in Turkey. Last month here, and I learned much of the Quran here. Going to the masjid here is a nice feeling to begin with. Alhamdulillah, may Allah keep you happy. MashaAllah. The talk is in Masjid Al-Falah in Ilford. How long of a flight from London? No, there's no flights. I wasn't well. I had an ankle injury. Alhamdulillah, I got recovered. Alhamdulillah, mashallah. Nice to hear. Oh, you guys wrote loads of stuff, man. Yeah, this is like that story of that guy, that student who kind of goes for studying, and then all the letters that come to him, he puts them in a box, and then after he graduates, he opens the box and he reads all the letters that have come, and and hears all sorts of things. Someone's given birth, and someone's died, and someone's ill, and someone's celebrating, and someone's getting married, and blah blah blah. Smart believer. Roller coaster. Oh, a lot of you guys said roller coaster. Yeah, you guys want elevators. I think elevator would be better. Yeah, at least you're dry. Okay, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Okay, alhamdulillah, mashallah. What did you draw on a plane? I drew basically. Haven't I showed you guys? It's basically like a bridge where there's water underneath, and there's like these trees with blossoming on a sunny day. It's like that. Wa alaikum assalam, Hina. Can you do hijama as a profession? Yes, you can do hijama as a profession. It's fine. You can make earnings from it as well. Celebrating birthdays allowed. It's fine. Wa alaikum assalam. Ya Ahl Singapore. MashaAllah, Singapore. How are you guys? Hope you guys are all well. Nice to meet people from around the world. It's probably late there now, isn't it? Nighttime, Isha time, something like that. Okay, so as you guys can see, I am at a service station. I've parked up, and I'm just having a bit of a rest. I don't think I'm gonna get anything to drink because I realized it's quite hot, and if I drink that, I'm gonna break into a sweat, and then more clothes and get sweaty. I'll just have some water, inshallah. What's the hadith that mentioned about reciting last 2 ayats in Surah Baqarah? Google it, bro. Yeah. أين تريد أن تسافر اليوم؟ أريد أن أسافر إلى لندن. وماذا تفعل اليوم أنت؟ I mean, a lot of the questions, if it's a question which you guys can easily get on Google, you guys can check that out. I don't want to kind of where will you be in London today? Ilford. I sometimes have problems with clearing my mind in prayer. How can I keep my mind clear in prayer? That's a hard thing. I think everyone suffers from that. Even I suffer from that. The best thing that I do is I try to, before salat, I try to pray nafal. Pray nafal, do wudu calmly, nicely. Don't kind of check your phone all the time. And if you do these kind of things, inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He puts barakah in your salat as well, and khushu, etc. Yeah, I get forgetfulness in salat. Yeah, people get it. People get forgetfulness. It happens to everyone. It happened to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Imagine that. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam got it as well. So this is something which is part of being human. Okay, yeah. And that people are watching me. What's this guy doing? With his phone, talking to his phone. Ya Allah. The guys in service stations rob you anyway. The amount they charge for things. Never put petrol in a service station. You're always going to be paying like 10, 15, 20 pence extra. I mean, I put in petrol, yeah, today, diesel, and I put it in at £1.24. So I went to Costco's, £1.24. And here, I don't know how much is here, but I guarantee you it's going to be at least £1.30 something over here. Okay. ما شاء الله أنت في الحديقة. أهلا وسهلا مرحبا. تتمتع. نعم. Yeah, there's a family there sitting under a tree over there. ما شاء الله. A question about forgiveness. Inshallah, next question answers. That's fine. Do I watch Urtugal? No, I have not watched Urtugal so far. Not that I'm against it or anything. It's just I don't feel interested in watching it. Plus, it's normally if I watch something, what I do is I basically put it on in the background and I listen to it. And Urtugal, you have to read the subtitles, don't you? So I can't do that. So I don't really have time to watch because that takes I heard that it's like very, very long. Each series is very long, and so I don't have time to watch a screen and watch subtitles. Okay, who do you recommend to listen to on YouTube? More meanings on teachings. Who do I recommend? I don't know. I mean, on Quran, like Brother Noman Ali Khan, mashallah, listen to him. I think also, who else is there out there on Quran? I'm not sure anyone does anything. I mean, besides Brother Noman Ali Khan, I don't think there are many other people who focus on providing good content for Quran. I'm not sure, maybe if you guys know. In Quduri video you mentioned there's no minimum for nifas. Does that mean that if bleeding stops after 15 days she can resume her namaz, etc.? Because culturally we've always as soon as it stops, a woman carries on with a normal life. So 40 days is like the maximum. It doesn't mean that you have to go up to 40 days. What resources can be used to find in-depth meanings of words in the Quran? Resources you can use. There's a website. It's not very deep, but I mean, it's called Quran Hive. I don't know if you heard of it. I made a video on it once, a tutorial on it. So check that out. Quran Hive. That's good. Yeah, and you can just hover over each word and it just brings up the root words and the kind of gist meaning. And if you click on it further, it brings up another page as well. And there's a tafsir, or kind of like a tafsir someone's done in English. It's called a word for word Quran. Word for word Quran. It's in 3 volumes. That's quite good as well. So it goes through the words and then it kind of breaks down the words for you. That's a PDF. Is it haram to leave a masjid without praying after you hear the adhan? I mean, it's not haram, but if you aren't going to pray anywhere else, then it's considered to be sinful. So, because when you hear the azan, you should respond to Allah's call. So if you're going to pray in a different mosque, so let's say you're in a mosque, but you have to pray in a different mosque, and you know you're going to get there, then it's fine. So as long as you're going to pray in a congregation, then it's fine. You don't necessarily have to pray in that congregation, but you know, if you don't, then obviously there's potential for sin there. As you can see, families enjoying themselves in service stations. Okay, Urdu is absolutely amazing, but too long. Yeah, I mean, I don't really like watching things that take up too much of my time. Yeah, so I try to do things as I can fit them in with my schedule. So if Urtugal was in Arabic or something, I could just put it on in the background and just listen to it. I like the Umar CDs. I probably watched. I think I watched it once, and then after that, I just listen to it. Just put it on in the background and just listen to it and do my work. Alright guys, I am gonna set off now and I am gonna finish this live stream. Alright, because I want to listen to some Quran as well and get myself into the mode. Yeah, listen to Allah's words, get some motivation as well, yeah, through Allah's words, inshallah. And obviously I want to go back to being a good law-abiding citizen. So Jazakumullah khair. Thank you very much guys for watching this live stream and you know, keeping me company as well, mashallah. Because sometimes you guys forget that people who make videos, yeah, they need company as well. And you know, it's an honor to have you guys watching me, like, subhanallah. So sometimes I even think that, look, sometimes maybe you know, a YouTuber, you know, gives a shout out to someone and they get really happy. But you don't realize that the YouTubers themselves, the people that are actually delivering the YouTube themselves, they actually see the people frequently when they come up on their feeds or their comments. So they connect, they make a connection with them, they create a bond with them, yeah, and they have this kind of bond and they have respect for them, and those are the people that motivate, you know, the YouTubers. So you guys, mashallah, who have I don't know, some of you guys have been with me from the beginning, yeah, mashallah. I know from when I first started making videos on my YouTube channel, and may Allah, you know, preserve you and keep you happy, and some of you guys are new, and alhamdulillah, all of you guys, you know, deserve you know, respect, mashallah. Gotta give it to you guys. So you guys motivate me. I mean, you guys don't know how much you guys motivate me, but you guys do motivate me. And so if it wasn't really for you guys, I probably wouldn't have much motivation to make many videos and live streams. I mean, think about it, who is gonna make a live stream whilst driving 70 miles per hour down a motorway, making sure that police don't see him? Who's gonna do that? I don't think there's anyone. Yeah, so anyway, Jazakumullah khair. Thank you very much guys for all your support. If there is anyone in London coming down, yes, we can meet up inshallah. Otherwise, stay tuned for future live streams inshallah, where I'll try to answer your questions. Son Goku, thank you very much. Ameen, Ameen. May Allah make the journey safe and beneficial as well. That's the most important thing. Journey should be beneficial. Spend our time well, enjoy. And the reason I make these kind of videos is just to show you guys the other side of me as well. That some people, I mean, you know, they have this kind of like awe, or they kind of fear of YouTubers, or maybe, I don't know, celebrities, or maybe scholars, or anything like that. They have this kind of barrier between them. They feel that they can't approach them. When you see the soft side of them, when you see the other side of them, then you guys, you know, feel as though it's someone that you can relate to, someone that you can interact with. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons I do these kind of things. So anyway, and plus I was bored as well on the journey. I actually was supposed to take some friends with me, but unfortunately no one could make it. Yeah, so if you guys you know, were free, you could have come with me on this journey as well, inshallah. But anyway, next time, maybe next time, inshallah. So jazakumullah khair wherever you are in the world. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep you all happy, and inshallah I'm gonna sign off now. So jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.